let me say, the person who initiated and was instrumental in putting our show on the road, if you like, and making a mark for the Free Nations of Post-Russia Forum. That's Anna Fotyga. Let me very briefly introduce Anna, for those of you who don't know her, who by now should. But anyway, Anna served as a Polish member of the European Parliament from 2004 to 2005, and then again from 2014 to 2024, till last year. She was the spokesperson on foreign affairs for the European Conservatives and Reformists Party in the previous legislature, chair of the Subcommittee on Security and Defence of the European Parliament, and vice president of the ECR Party. She's now a freelance human rights and freedom defender, particularly engaged in supporting captive nations. A little further back, very important, she was a member and then head of the international office of the independent self-governing trade union Solidarność in the 80s and 90s. I was just a little guy in England at the time helping Solidarity in exile, funneling assistance to the union, trying to get unions in England to support a trade union.
UK was instrumental.
Well, we did what we could. After 1992, she held several public positions, including Deputy Mayor of Gdańsk, Minister of Foreign Affairs, as I mentioned before, and then Chief of the Chancellery of President Lech Kaczyński in 2007-2008. From 2006 to 2010, she was a member of the National Security Council and also served as a member of the Polish Parliament, the same from 2011 to 2014. And last but not least, in 2020, she was appointed by NATO Secretary General to the NATO Reflection Group, and she joined the group on international security guarantees for Ukraine in June 2022. With that said, Anna, the podium is yours.
Once more, thank you very much indeed. I'm extremely grateful to Jamestown Foundation and Delphi Global for inviting me to this event. It is the third day of Free Nation of PostRussia Forum in Washington, D.C. Very important place, and that is why also I would like to express my particular satisfaction from being here in Rayburn House of the Congress. It's extremely symbolic to be here today. Yesterday we mentioned that our deliberations very important time, so Russia Day, and it was very proper answer of free nations, captive nations, and those that were slightly more lucky but still feel enormous pressure from Russian Federation to respond to all statements. I should mention also particular situation today. We maintained as part of our conference in the night. We observed the escalation in the Middle East with a preemptive strike of Israel on Iran nuclear installations, or I should say uranium enrichment installations. For me, since the outset being against the JCPOA agreement reached with free world with Iran, I always thought that it was incomplete, missing important part of missile development in Iran, of meddling terrorist meddling in the Middle East and outside, of maintaining exterritorial killings like Russian Federation in Europe, including terrorist strike on my friend, colleague Alejo Vidal Quadras, former deputy president of the European Parliament, a staunch supporter of Iranian opposition, like myself, actually. There were many attempts, and that shows that authoritarian regimes nowadays cooperate. For many of Europeans, Americans, the knowledge of the level of cooperation between Russia and Iran was something new. Many people also in Ukraine were taken aback by sending Shepherd drones to Ukraine to fight war against civilian population, to maintain, to commit war crimes by Russian Federation. The Iranian regime was like Lukashenko's regime, Cuban, Venezuelan, and many others, an accomplice to not only to war efforts, to war crimes and genocide when we take into account what happened to Bucha, Irpin, to other places. Therefore, we have to look on developments going on globally nowadays from this perspective.